Hello, thank you for bringing me up. I, um, I'm often, it seems for my whole life actually, I look back at maybe the things I did yesterday, the things I said to people, the things maybe I posted it online, and I feel it doesn't belong to me. Um, and I feel it's imperfect, and I want to be perfect. So I'm just wondering if this imperfection, um, so sometimes it even compels me to just completely run away. I want to change my job, leave all my friends behind, change my name. And I just wondering, like, where does this feeling come from, and what is pure? Where is the pure thing that, no matter what happens tomorrow, I will feel that it's pure and I won't need to run away anymore. I don't know if that's specific enough.
So all these questions are related to discovery of truth because then they become natural offspring. These are all different manifestations of questions that arise because truth has not been um, understood. When whatever the questions are, it's uh, the truths that are directly in relation to and in the orbit of the topic that the person is asking the questions of. I mean, the answer to everything is truth. That's the answer to everything. It isn't about a fix. It isn't about I'm, sorrowful, so how do I get rid of this sorrow? It's all those it's everything results from the absence of truth. And I mean, that's why it's all there is. That's why it's the only thing that exists is the truth. Everything else is a complete lie. These are all different these are all different ways of saying that I don't have truth. And these are all and it isn't prescriptive to where, okay, well, tomorrow if you go get truth, and it's not like, it's like that's shallow and superficial. It's because the human being is not on the path of truth, because truth is not where he looks when he's looking to solve his problems, because truth is not where he looks when he gets up in the morning, because truth is not where he looks when he looks uh, through the lens of problems of his career or his life or his relationships or whatever it may be. He looks into the world. He looks into the words of so-called experts of that field. He looks into the how-tos and nonsense and the hacks and the social media influencers about their new hack and the latest book there. I mean, everyone's a clown, and they're a clown because they do clown things. They weren't born a clown. They're not a clown by nature because nature didn't make them into a clown. They're a clown because they do clown things. They listen to the clowns of the world, and the world is all a clown. So there's no I feel like saying there's no excuse, but if I say there's no excuse, then inherent and what is implicate or what I'm what it will feel like I am implying is that you should go for and I don't want to, like, no, I don't, absolutely don't believe that you should. It's a personal call, like everything. But having said that, it's kind of like, if the house is on fire and you don't put the fire out with water or or extinguisher, then that's fine. You don't have to, but like it's not going to stop until the fire burns out and burns the house down. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty black and white. Um, so I'm not going to say you should put the fire out. No, you don't have to. It's your life. It's your house. You do whatever you want. But basically, I don't condemn anyone for not seeking the truth, but if there's any condemnation, they should condemn themselves, right? They should condemn themselves for not putting the fire out. And even that, they don't have to condemn themselves. It's up to them. Everything is yours, up to you. I'm not here to suggest anything to you, right? It's all this nonsense. That's why you're in the problem you're in the first place. All these suggestions and do's and don'ts and shoulds and should nots, and that's why you are where you are in the prison. All that garbage. So, like, everyone basically is saying, "Oh no, this is on fire. That's on fire. This is happening to me. That's happening to me. This is not good. That's not good." I understand. I understand. Um, but then no one is saying, not to me, but even to themselves, no one is, oh, I should really like. The truth is like what reason does someone have to complain about the fire if they're not going to devote themselves to putting it out? So there's no excuse. Now, my I have a very small footprint, right? I don't reach 400 million people. Right? I have a very small footprint. I don't try to reach 400 million people. Um, so therefore, my voice is very small. It reaches 5 people, right? Many others have way bigger footprints than way bigger audiences, way bigger microphones, right? They have much more of an opportunity than I do in terms of saying what they want to say, get their message out. So the 99.9999999% of the world is never going to come to my work, not that they should, is never going to hear me speak, not that they should, not that it would do anything for them anyways. It may even hurt them. I don't know. Not going any direction of like, it's good that you should listen to my work or anything. No. I'm totally against that. But having said that, like, I have to say this again and again because it's just the truth. If you've always lived in a certain environment, if you've always heard the same thing, if you've always processed things the same way, if the procedural way of looking at things has always been the same, if the messages that you've heard has always been the same, or the format of the message has been the same, and you've never heard truth, you've never been exposed to some systematized writings or books or things that didn't have any angle of trying to get you to think a certain way and force you to change your beliefs and think about like have an angle, right? Everyone's got an angle, like think this way and I feel good because I gave this guy this prescription and he did it, so I feel good about myself. Like that's all vomit to me. Like I would much rather have someone never find me than have to go through that. Like I couldn't. I just that's like the devil to me, right? No interest in like twisting anyone's arm or anything like that. And so since that person has never been even exposed something other than prescriptions, other than how to's, methods, hacks, techniques, all this stuff, nonsense, garbage, then it's absolutely fair and reasonable and logical that, like, if you were to ask them on their dying day and the last day of their life, hey, why didn't you ever go for truth? I said, well, what's that? I didn't know. I didn't ever come across that. And that would be an answer. Like, it wouldn't give them any credit because their life would still have been without truth, but that's a fair answer, right? So, like, there's the whole world, right? And then there's me talking my 5 words to 5 people in it's so, but those who have heard it doesn't mean they should imbibe it, doesn't mean that, but if they have, then at least they have an opportunity, at least they have some form of not being able to have an excuse, right? I must reiterate, doesn't mean you should. I'm not putting your pedal to the floor, but no, you like, and um, so And it doesn't mean that you can, like, maybe you find truth inside yourself. Doesn't mean you have to work or I'm not, I'm not the owner of anything, right? I'm just devoted. I'm just obsessed. This is for me and myself. And um, so all of these, almost this is like an answer to everything, right? This is like an answer to all questions in a way. It's a fundamental foundation answer is if the truth is the only thing in existence, because lies aren't in existence, lies exist in the mind of the people who've heard them and follow them, but they don't really exist because nothing functions according to the lie. Nature doesn't function according to a lie. You can trick yourself and trick your neighbor. You don't trick nature, right? Nature functions according to the truth. It doesn't care buy into nonsense. It doesn't read the self-help books and spirituality and follow this garbage. It uncompromising. This is the truth. This is what I'm going to follow. That's it. Like it, don't like it, hate me, love me. What I just couldn't care less. That's nature, right? And that's reality. So if someone doesn't come towards truth, truth isn't going to come towards him. So whether someone is sorrowful or suffering or painful or in pain and disappointed or failing or whatever it is, these are all manifestations of not being on the road to truth. Now, am I going to tell you that if you go towards the road of truth, that your life is going to be great and you're going to be happy? No, I'm not going to tell you that because everyone responds differently. Some people will come to truth and they're like, this is, this is a sawed-off shotgun to my forehead. I mean, uh, I feel like I'm scared or some people have visceral reactions in the negative direction towards truth. So I ain't here to make any promises to anybody that if you do this, I just don't do that, right? You judge for everything is you, not me, it is you. So there's those are the direction of coming to equilibrium and the direction of coming to the bottom of things, getting to the bottom of things, um, getting to the real solution of things, the overcoming of the issues that you're presenting or anybody else. It's all in the direction of the truth, right? It's all in the direction of the truth. So, but if someone is not going to seriously move in that direction, even if it's for a utilitarian manner, in fact, it is utilitarian. It shouldn't be spiritual. Spiritual has nothing to do with truth. Truth and spirituality are opposite. Spirituality never leads to truth. It just leads to more spirituality. You just get a higher level of meditation, right? It's like school. School doesn't give you anything. You go to first grade and your reward of getting a second grade. Just more of its own thing. It doesn't give you any parallel path or parallel path, sidestep into something else. So like that's where it is. That's where it's always been. I didn't invent it, but that's where it is. And I think it can also be said that humans just don't take life seriously. Like, and it's one thing not to take everything, like everything sort of can be misunderstood, right? So when I say don't take life seriously, of course, all the self-helpists are going to come out, oh, well, life is play. And yet, okay, well, life is play, then why are you crying at the time? Then don't give me garbage. Okay, don't give me garbage. Don't give me these bumper stickers. Okay. So like if someone's life truly is play and they're joyful all the time and they're in bliss, great. Yeah, then life is play for that guy. And that's wonderful. He must have found something and he probably found truth, but don't sell me headlines. Okay. Um, so humans don't take life serious. Life is serious. Life assaults. Life gives you pain. And it's not like life doesn't give you like a little scratch that tickles. Life stabs you in the heart. Right? People fail. and suffer. And I mean, these are deep things. These are not little, you know, little paper cuts. I mean, and so if life, whether it's through the, relationship or through one's success in career and through money or through, uh, whatever, just emotion or whatever it is, there's so many assaults and blindsidedness, being blindsided, and unexpected things come up that are torturous and disappointing. I mean, that's serious business. And so if you bring nonsense to combat seriousness, you think life's going to back down and say, oh, well, since you bring nonsense, I guess I'll back off and I won't, I'll take it easy on you. Life doesn't give a damn, right? Life doesn't give a damn about you. Life or nature doesn't give a damn about me. I could die tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock and life wouldn't look my way. It doesn't give 2 cents. And so when you're dealing with that, you better have some powerful weapons on your side. Because if you're going to bring your little self-help book on the bestseller list, you deserve to be slapped because you're not prepared. And you're not prepared because you listen to all the garbage out there, selling you this nonsense. Life is serious business. There's blood on the floor. It's a war. You're hemorrhaging. And if you weren't, you wouldn't be asking me all these questions, right? I'm sorrowful and I'm sad and I'm this and that. And of course, those are the, the shrapnel of life. And so since life is that way, and it's that way because your own life is, tells you that, then you better have truth on your side because that's the only possibility you have. Otherwise, that's fine. Otherwise you can just try to weather every storm for your whole life, and it's just one storm after another, with an occasional, um, relief, right? And then another storm, and another storm, and a tornado, then a hurricane, and a tsunami. It's never going to stop. And since life's not going to stop, if you don't devote yourself to truth, if for nothing else, for protection, if for no other reason than protection, because you're smart, because you're wise, that you know that you're dealing with a nuclear war on the other side, and you have a slingshot in your hand. So human beings need to get serious. And the reason for that is not because I say, because life says. Life isn't going to leave them alone. They're not going to hide from life. And since life isn't going to leave them alone, they have no choice but to get serious. They're going to keep drinking their alcohol, having their nonsense conversations in their bars and socializing and laughing away at their garbage while life is stabbing them in the back and punching them in the face, and so is betraying them, and so is disappointing them, and then some failure comes, and then anxiety is rocking them day and night. I mean, get serious. Wake up. Like, stop, with the nonsense. This is why people are not respectable. You're not serious. It's like someone who wants to become a professional in something and they watch TV all day. It's what everyone's doing. Everyone's watching. They may work hard in their profession, but when it comes to their own life, they're watching TV, essentially. Because reading bestseller books and listening to the latest hack for the social media influencer, you're just watching TV.